All right, sad note from a day or so ago. Cardinals tweet the passing of legendary Card in a lot of different ways. Broadcasting, of course, for 50 years, and as a player, and a good one. At 83 years of age, he had retired from the Cardinal broadcast booth in 2021. Played the outfield. They moved him to third base when they got Roger Maris in the 60s, and Shannon was a very, very good player, and I'll get to the broadcasting in a second. Let's do a couple of player highlights first. Shannon came up in 62, 63, so he played a little bit with Musial early on in his career. And then in 64, he was a big factor in the Cardinals. That was that great pennant race when they were down 6.5 with 10 to go, whatever. Was it 6.5 with 10 to go against the Phillies? And then in the World Series against the Yankees in a big spot in Game 1, a series that they ended up winning in 7 games. Shannon down 4-2. In the 6th inning, hit a 2-run homer against the Yankees and Whitey Ford, a series that St. Louis ended up winning in 7 games, 7-5 in Game 7. And then this is 67, another World Series that the Cardinals won. Shannon in Game 3, that's Gary Bell. He hits a 2-run homer here in Game 3 and helped the Cardinals get off to a good start. They won that series in 7 games, Game 7 at Fenway when Lonborg got beat by Gibson. Here is Mike in the broadcast booth after he retired, almost died of a kidney ailment in 1970. He retired, and then he became a broadcaster with the great Jack Buck. Carey had left, and of course Buck and Shannon forever there, 50 years in the Cardinal booth. So Shannon became one of those, ex-players with an organization. He was born in Missouri. He's a Cardinal through and through. Who, and as it turns out, has a wonderful career and almost more known from his broadcasting perspective with the franchise than his playing career. Rizzuto with the Yankees would be one. Bob Uecker with the Brewers would be another, though Uecker was a comedic actor, as we all know that, in the great shows, Mr. Belvedere and everything else. But Shannon's the same sort of scenario. Played very well for the Cardinals in the 60s. Part of 3 teams that won pennants, won 2 World Series, hit 3 World Series home runs. He hit a home run in Game 7 against Mickey Lolich in 68, a series the Cardinals lost. And he was a good player, good defensive third baseman, 75, 80 RBIs, 7th in the MVP vote 1 year or 2. A good player. And then, retired early, 31, 32 years of age, and then becomes a broadcaster in St. Louis and does a wonderful job there. And he was very homespun. He was one of those guys that if you're a Cardinal fan, you absolutely loved him on the great KMOX. And here's a couple of examples of that. This is in July 2003 when Kerry Wood's pitching against St. Louis. We're going to show you the highlight here. This is the one where he sort of threw up and into the great Pujols at Wrigley Field, and that bothers Pujols. And then the call shortly thereafter when Pujols hit the ball basically out of the ballpark. Here you go.
Swing and hello, 4th of July. Take a ride on that knockdown pitch, big boy. Kerry Wood knocked him down, and now Albert looks at him as he goes around first. He gives him a glare. Say, take a little whiff of that, big boy. And now Kerry Wood takes a look at Albert as he touches them all. Give it to him, big boy. Give it to him.
Well, that's, if you're a Cardinal fan, you're going to love that. And then, of course, they won the World Series and a couple of them, but they won the one in 06 for La Russa. And here's the last out against Detroit, again with Mike behind the microphone. Listen to this. Here we go.
2 on, 2 out. An 0-2 pitch. Wainwright has the sign he wants. He brings it home. Swing and a miss. The Cardinals are world champions for 2006. The 10th world championship in their illustrious franchise history. And it goes to number 10. The Cardinal manager, Tony La Russa.
They have since won an 11th championship when they beat Texas in 2011, but the 06 against Detroit, they had no business winning that World Series. They won 83 games. They beat the Mets with Molina's homer in Game 7, and of course, they polished off the Tigers, who had to wait around a week in 5 games. Anyway, the great Mike Shannon, good player, very good broadcaster, Mr. Missouri, Mr. St. Louis, here today. As far as our turn back time, rest in peace, Mr. Shannon.